music was sold and it later registered itself in the diaries of music lovers. And let me tell you, that seed has matured, borne fruits, and served music lovers every morning, every afternoon, every evening, every night, and after midnight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready, let me take you back like this. Who's the bad man? Who can go? It's A-Z Joe 99.7 FM. This song, Love is Pretty, released about 6 years ago, and that precedes the Seed EP. I'm honored to have in the studio Jacqueline Champon. Hello, Gyakie. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing very, very good.
Good to have you on Showbiz A-Z.
Thank you.
Your first time here?
No, not my first.
You've been here during George Quay's time?
I've been here, yes. In and
Awesome,
out here.
awesome. It's been officially about 5 years, unofficially more than that.
Yes.
How would you assess or describe your 5 or 6 or 7 years music journey?
It's really unbelievable, you know. Like 5 years really went by so fast.
Very fast.
And sometimes I sit back and I can't believe that I've actually been in this industry for close to 6 years.
Yeah.
Because when I started, it was 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and we're here. I'm very happy, and it's really nice to look back at the things that I have done in the years before, and looking at how the whole Gyakie brand has become now. It's a very proud thing to talk about. Yeah.
Wonderful. For most people who get into music, takes some time for them. Some of them about 10 years, about 9 years, about 15 years before they get into the limelight. How long did it take for you to be out there for us to see you?
If I'm supposed to use forever, that would be 3 years.
Wow.
3 years in, yeah. 3 years in, people really got to know of me and my sound. Yes, I would say it's been 3 years.
What would you say has contributed to your success in this period?
What has contributed to my success is most definitely the hard work from myself and the amazing team that I have behind me. It's always been a pleasure working with the kind of people I work with, because they've been a part of the reasons why I've been able to achieve many of the things that I've achieved right now. So hard work, yes, because I was really eager and yearning to get to the very top. I didn't want to start this and then end or drop off midway. This is an occupation I really want to do for a very long time. So yes, the hard work from myself and my team, God's grace, favor and blessings, and the support from my fans and all the media personalities since I started music. Yeah.
What were your music influences?
Growing up.
Yeah.
My dad, of course, obviously. My dad, Nane Champon, has been a big influence on my music. The likes of Efia as well from Ghana, Asha from Nigeria.
Whoa.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of Nina Simone, Etta James, Jill Scott. what's his name? Jeduble Ambule as
Whoa,
well.
Radom Zoman.
Yes.
What about him did you like? What do you like?
I love how relaxed he sounds on
Oh,
all
wow.
his music, and he's really good with live band performances. Like whenever you get to watch Ambule performing live, you just know you're about to have a treat. Yeah, and he's really embraced the high life genre very well as well.
This response takes me to how eclectic your style is. Because when I listen to your albums, your EPs, if you like, and your songs, it appears you have a bit of everything. At a point in time, you're trying to do raga, you are rapping somewhere, diverse styles.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to do that?
I tap into different sounds because growing up, I listened to so many different sounds. So I feel like I have some knowledge or an idea of how it would be if I delve into it, you know. And I would also say it came with a talent. I thank God that I'm able to do different genres. So if it comes to a point where everybody is listening to one particular sound, I'll still be able to execute it very well.
Did you at any point in time think about maybe doing rap?
Solely no, but to add it to some of my songs, yes, because I'm a huge fan of hip hop and I love rap music very much. So, but I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I'm not really good at it, but I enjoy it so much that I always like to try whenever I get the chance to. Yeah.
Who is your favorite rapper, if I should ask you?
My favorite rapper in Ghana right now is Omar Sterling of RTB.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he's always
And
been.
you mentioned in that
my-
song you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my all-time favorite Ghanaian rapper.
What about his style do you like?
Omar Sterling is a poet. I always say it every time that his rap is really different. The storytelling, he gives his audience stories about his life or things that are happening in real time, and it's the way he puts the lyrics together for the listener to understand what he's trying to say that always gets me very happy. I think he's a very good writer and he's a good storyteller.
All right, Joe 99.7 FM, the Superstation. Showbiz A-Z is the name of the game. My name is Kwame Dadzie, and the show is produced by Philip Nye, supported by Anita Te. We're live on our various social media handles or platforms, and today we're having a conversation with Gyakie, who is, how do I describe? Is it Afrofusion, Afropop, Afrobeat?
Correct, Afrofusion artist.
Great. And she's here with us. If you have any questions, 055 1111 997, our WhatsApp number. You can send in your questions, your comments, whatsoever. So we set the ball rolling. Now, you have traveled, not say the world over, but other parts of the world with your craft. How has your experience with involvement in music in other parts of the world changed your worldview about music in general?
I would actually start this answer by advising anybody listening to try and listen to broaden their listening and
Right.
listen to different genres and different sounds. You can just go on the internet and just look for pop artists around the world, reggae artists, jazz artists. You always never know who you are going to find and what song you are going to chance on, because when I started listening like really wide,
Yeah.
I learned so much. It felt like going to school. I learned so
Wow.
much, like in terms of production, writing, stage performances. I had to tap into other cultures to also understand what they are doing that is attracting the audience in their market. Do you understand? So it's really good to broaden your listening. You don't have to just listen to reggae because you love reggae. Nobody is saying don't listen to only reggae. But sometimes, once in a blue moon, you just pop into some jazz, you pop into some Afrobeat, some Amapiano, just to give your ears some variety, and then you'd be able to learn so much when you do that.
Take us through a typical songwriting process, song composition process. Gyakie's day of putting melodies and words together. How do you do it? Take us into the studio if you like.
Right. In my studio is always usually very dark. Yeah,
Dark?
very dark. I don't turn on the lights in my studio
Why?
because I always like to concentrate.
Okay.
Concentrate. I get easily distracted, and whenever the place is really dark, I'm always able to create properly.
Wow.
Yes. So just imagine like a dark room with just some candles and then just me and the producer, or sometimes two or three people on my team or my friends around. I don't record well in crowded places. Yeah,
Okay.
it's usually just I like it when it's very quiet. And that is why most of the songs on the album was recorded after midnight. And that's why it's called After Midnight.
The upcoming album,
Yes.
After Midnight,
Yes.
they were recorded after midnight.
Yes.
My God.
Yeah.
And that's why it's called After
After
Midnight.
midnight, yes. And I'm one person that I take time to write because I write most of my songs. We have some artists that can just get into the booth and then they can write top of my out like straight on.
Yeah.
But I take some time to write and then record, and so I always don't like a lot of people and things around to distract me. And after midnight is when everywhere is very quiet. So
Are there instances where maybe your management, Miriam, will say, okay, sing about this subject or theme? Or the team will say, you know about what is going on, maybe sing about this particular subject. Are there times like that? Have there been times like that?
yeah, yeah. And I'm always very open to that because I cannot be the only person that would pour out other ideas and I cannot always be right. So sometimes, yes, they do bring in some suggestions. Oh, can you do a song about this, about that? And if it's something that it's in my, what's it called? I can write to, I'm always like open to opinions from my team.
I know, I think on your Seed EP, Bisakeda did something with you, right? Was it Seed
Yeah,
EP?
so Bisakede, we have two songs. So Mimu was my
Okay.
song, but that
Okay.
one is not on the EP. It was a
Okay.
single that
Okay.
came out.
All
And
right.
then Bisakede's one is Sika. That one is
Oh,
Bisakede featuring me. So we have two songs.
awesome.
Yes.
Do you are you receptive to songs being written for you? As in, if I want to write a song for Gyakie,
Yeah, if I'm to rank it out of 10, I think I like it maybe 4 out of 10 times. Yeah, I'm open to people writing for me, but majority of the times I always prefer to write because I feel like the music is really from me when I write it as compared to when somebody writes it
yeah,
entirely for me to sing. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm open to that, but I just don't do it a lot because
okay,
sometimes when I'm recording songs that people have written, it just feels like I'm singing somebody's song as compared to when it's me that writes it. There's a few songs on the projects that other
the upcoming
people, yeah,
project.
that other people co-wrote with
Oh
me, and then
wow,
there's some that I also wrote entirely.
we'll get into that, and
Mm.
then the new one that is out already.
Yeah.
But there is a song that I love so much on, I think it's on my diary. Yeah, this particular one, Joe 99.7 FM. Let me get this here, and let's go. Dark too.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I was at the listening at front back.
Oh.
And when I heard this one, I was like, no, this is not Gyakie. Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
So you could do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the inspiration behind this one?
Waka Waka. So one thing, I'm a very big fan of dancehall and reggae. It kind of explains how my first song was a reggae song.
Yeah.
I love dancehall. I love reggae. I can't wait to go to Jamaica.
Whoa.
It's one of the countries that's.
You want to go Jamaica?
I want to go Jamaica. You
You
know.
have to speak patois?
Swa swa. You know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Mirror, you for teach and patois.
Yes, I need to prepare myself. Yeah, so I really am looking forward to go to Jamaica. So I've always wanted to do a dance hall record, and a big shout out to Sosa for producing such an amazing song. The production is honestly what gave me that drive to go the way I went on the song. And yeah, anytime I listen to Waka Waka, I'm always like, Gyakie, you are strong. You are really strong. Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, let's go to stage. You know, which stage has given you the biggest elevation, as in an event stage? The biggest elevation.
An event stage, that at the moment, that has to be Global Citizen Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That performance was
hello.
sick.
Yeah, Global Citizen Festival was amazing.
Yeah. And I know you've been to other platforms across the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see you perform in other countries and how these foreigners will be singing your songs word for word. How do you feel about that?
It's in my opinion, it's something that I've always looked forward to. I've always wanted to perform outside of the country that I started in, because at the end of the day, that's the goal, to take the sound and to take the culture across and then worldwide. So anytime I get to perform outside Ghana and the audience actually gives me the reception that I get when I'm in Ghana, I always get very proud and very happy that this is what I've always wanted and this is what is actually happening. And it makes you understand that music is really a global language.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Okay, let me take you to something that is going to happen in July. I think you have a show in Japan.
Yeah.
Is it the Afro Jam Festival?
Yes.
In Japan.
Yes, I know, right?
And you are one of the headline artists. What are your expectations?
I actually don't know what I'm going to expect. I don't know what I'm going to expect, but I just know from the DMs I've been getting a lot of DMs from my people inside Japan that can't wait for me to get there. And it's very like Japan. You know, when I actually got the information that they needed me for the performance there, I had to actually take it in that I'm actually going to Asia. I can't believe it, but it's happening.
Have you done any research to know if people there, as in whether Ghanaians or non-Ghanaians there, patronize your song in a certain quantity? Have you done that research? Because sometimes you go to your back end and then you see the people that stream or listen to your songs across the world.
Yeah, I do that. I do that a lot with my manager, because you always have to know. You need to know what markets your product is doing well in, so that if anything at all, it would be best to show up in. So I feel like as an artist or a creative, those are some of the informations that you always need to be aware of. You need to know where your music or your product is doing well or picking up in, so that you would know the right things to be doing every time.
Awesome. So looking forward to that happening in July.
Japan, 3 days. Yes.
3 days festival.
3 days.
And you're performing on all the days?
All 3. Big Jacks will be on stage.
Wow. You know, some of your fans have some messages right here. This one says, when I listen to her songs, I hear some Rihanna vibes in it. Is she a fan of herself? You mean, is she a fan of Rihanna? Okay, Michael from Odumase Krobo. But I hear different voices though. I think you are versatile.
Oh,
but
thank
okay,
you.
so you answer. It appears I'm answering for her.
Yeah. I love Rihanna. A lot of people love Rihanna. And when I dropped Love is Pretty, I was getting that feedback a lot, that it sounded like her.
Man down.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. This one. So when we came in here, DJ Betty was playing your songs back to back, and then when he got to the song, you have Davido. He was like, Kwame, I'm promoting you.
Yeah.
Then somebody I don't know sent me a message, says, "Greetings, Kwame. When Gyakie comes, ask her what happened to that song with Davido. It wasn't promoted, nor a video shot for it." Zang.
Yeah. Flames with Davido.
Yeah.
Around the time that the song dropped, it wasn't really a good moment on his side. So we had to put a lot of things on hold, and we couldn't do a lot of the things we wanted to do. But I believe good music will always do good when it's available, you know. So in as much as unfortunately we couldn't get to do what we wanted to do with it, I feel like so far as the music is good, anytime anyone chances on it, they will enjoy it.
Awesome. Joe 99.7. You have any questions? 055-111-119 Gyakie is here with us. And my favorite uncle, Uncle Ken, is also right here in the studio. He is a broadcaster here at Joy FM. Not a veteran broadcaster. Gyakie, this is my uncle. And you can't live without him to tell you something. It's one or two things. Uncle, Uncle, you are fussy. Wabahasi, you know. Let me drop my fake clap him and then say hi to Uncle Ken. Hi, Uncle Ken.
Good afternoon, Kwame. And good afternoon, Gyakie.
Good afternoon, Uncle.
Good to see you.
Likewise.
Yes.
Good to see you.
When Philip sent me this
Yeah.
info about her coming, and he said to me, I want you to sit in this conversation.
Yes.
And I was like, Philip, Gyakie Bear one-on-one, why should I come and intrude? But I don't know if that was the intention of Philip, because listening to this girl.
Yes.
I shouldn't say girl,
Woman.
sorry.
This woman.
This lady.
This lady, yeah.
I see her as my baby girl. You know.
I mean,
Sorry.
I even like to be called a girl.
Nice one.
Yes.
And listening to her, knowing where she comes from, her musical lineage, and then hearing her say in her interview to you this afternoon on my way here, that her influences are none other than people like Nina Simone, Jill Scott,
You were like,
Etta James. I said, wow. The lady comes from a music family.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff her parents were listening to.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is what, and she realizes, even at her early age, that stuff has things in there that I can utilize in my career. So I was very happy when I heard her also say somewhere else that she does not follow trends in music.
yeah.
She does what she wants to do.
Gyakie, are you surprised?
No,
This my uncle is trendy. He's almost everywhere. Don't worry.
Wow. I am
You don't know.
very...
Yeah, don't be surprised.
I don't pry into people's affairs, please. No, but
no, like, it's making me understand that he loves music.
yes.
No, let me
He
tell you
loves
more
music.
about him. He hosts Jazz on Joy, a jazz show. He's hosted that show since the beginning of this enterprise here,
Wow.
and hosts another show called is it Ken's Music Mix?
Ken's Music Mix.
Yes,
On Thursdays.
On Thursdays.
Wow.
So you see,
And I'm a
he's
big
a music
lover of
person,
jazz music.
and he's a former artist manager. Yeah,
It's such
That's
an
him.
honor. Wow.
No, I have been very impressed with the lady, you know, and so I have listened to some of the stuff that she's done before, and from hearing her in interviews this past week,
yeah.
I'm looking forward to listening to her new album.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
thank
yes.
Because she says she now has an album out. She's just been involved in a couple of EPs.
Yes.
Yes, a couple of EPs. I also realized that she stayed in the UK for about 2 years.
Not close to.
Not close to,
yeah,
but
in
for
and
some
out,
time.
Yeah.
What exactly were you doing there in the UK, and how has that affected your career?
Right. So it wasn't up to 2 years. I was going in and out. So I'll be there
Okay.
for 2 months. I'll come back. 3 months. I'll come back. Mainly for work, recording with the artists there, doing media runs, and then trying to get my name into the market, because it's another core market where they really enjoy music from this side. So it's one thing that I really wanted to do over there.
You see, Kwame,
Yes, sir.
she comes from a musical family. Her father himself was a top musician, knows the ropes, might not be in the forefront, but I'm sure he guides
Yes.
his daughter
Yeah.
along the line. You see, she went to spend some time in the UK, maybe over a year, gaining contacts, dealing with other artists, getting herself known in that vicinity,
Yeah.
in that constituency.
Yeah.
Because you just don't go and perform and expect to come back to Ghana and expect to be known there.
Yeah.
Or only come there when you are invited for a show. She
Exactly.
went there, spent time there, got herself acquainted with how things were there. And I'm sure by now, if you go to the UK and you mention her name, she's very well received.
Absolutely.
She's very well. So I like the part that she's charting, and I wish her well.
Thank you so
Very, very
much.
well.
All right, Joy 99.7 FM. You just heard Uncle Ken, who is host of Jazz on Joy and Ken's Music Mix here on Joy 99.
Oh, Kwame, one last question.
Please ask.
You have a sister who is a musician, don't you?
Yeah.
How's she doing?
She's doing amazing.
Yeah?
She's doing amazing.
I read about that some
on
while
the
back.
internet, yeah.
And I haven't heard so much about her of late, so I wanted to know.
Yeah, she's doing good. I'm sure she's putting a few things
Together.
together. Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, Joy 99.7 FM, and Gyakie is here today to premiere her single Sankofa ahead of the album titled After Midnight. Now, let's get into the single. Are you ready? Sankofa there, Gyakie, right here in the studio. Gyakie, what is the meaning of the song? Let's do a breakdown. What are you singing about?
In this song, I am mainly talking about me not wanting to go back to a previous relationship I was in. But it's
So
just
Sankofa dear.
yempe.
But yes, it's Sankofa Yenchi.
Yes, but in the context of this conversation, it's not something that I would want to go back for.
What happened?
It's a story. It's a storyline. You don't be too interested.
I know musicians
You're so
tell
interested.
stories. So this is
Yeah.
not Gyakie telling a story. You are telling a story with a different character.
Exactly.
So,
for the audience.
so what did that love do to the character singing through Gyakie's voice?
Right. So the character has found somebody that is treating him or her right, and the character is basically telling who they are with that they should treat them right, so they don't have to go to the Casanova that is in the past. Do you understand?
So there is that temptation or possibility of going back
Yes.
if the current one who is treating you right
Yes.
fails to do what is right.
No, I don't want. So the character doesn't want to go back, right?
Okay.
So maybe you're right. You're probably right. Yeah.
So what inspired
Exactly.
this particular storyline? I know people who have gone back to relationships and
Yeah.
it worked for them.
When I listen to the production, big shouts to Afrolectra.
Yeah.
Sometimes I pick inspiration from the beats. I listen to the beats over and over again, and I'm able to imagine what I want the story to be about. And this song really felt like a dance song. I almost didn't want it to have a full-on story. I just wanted it to be vibes and all that. But at the same time, I wanted people to also understand a certain story whilst they are dancing, So I picked the inspiration from the production, and I got the storyline out of listening to the production.
Okay. Some people say I should ask you, not me. They say, will Gyakie the singer go back to an ex?
No.
So you agree with the character?
No. Unless, we already have this mindset. Anything that has to do with ex is probably something terrible, something bad. But people have ended relationships or friendships based on a mutual understanding. Maybe it's just not going well, so you probably had to part ways. There's been instances where you probably go back to an ex because things are now going smoothly. It doesn't always end bad. I would genuinely not go back to something I have ended because I wasn't feeling okay with the person, but never say never. But me, I'm not going to go back to an ex.
Good one there. Gyakie, you are one musician a lot of young ladies look up to. They admire you so much. Do you have any plans of maybe embarking on a project for young ladies like you?
Yes, 100%. It's something that I also have on my bucket list, and I'm even planning on doing like a school tour where after performances or before the performance I get to speak to them, because there's a lot of wrong things going on in this generation right now.
Yeah.
In my generation, I'm not even going to exempt myself from
Yeah.
it. And sometimes it just takes a word or two that you say to somebody, and they might probably change their mind on something they want to do, which is actually bad. So yes, I would really, really want to embark on that journey and speak to the young girls and the young boys as well.
Boys' lives matter as well.
Yes.
Kwame, big up.
100%. 100%, not just the girls,
Yeah.
So
Okay, I like that. Let's go back to the Sankofa. Who produced it?
Afrolectra, he produced my song Rent Free as well from 2023. He is a very, very good producer from Ghana.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And it's on online platforms?
It's everywhere. And the music video also dropped yesterday at 5 p.m. so you can get to watch the visuals on YouTube as well, and the audio is on every music platform.
Who shot it? Who directed it? The video?
Big shout out to Andy Majite. He shot the music video for Sankofa.
I'll ask you about After Midnight, but before that, I have creative entrepreneur Nana Yaredu. He's also one of the kingpins in this industry, and I know I know he also appreciates your craft and your talent. Nana,
Kwame,
welcome back on to Showbiz A-Z.
thank you
How are you
for
doing?
having me here.
Everything
I'm okay. Everything is good. Yeah. Today.
You love the song Sankofa?
Oh, I do. Amazing record. I really love it. I was listening to the interview on my way here.
Yeah.
And I could tell, now I can understand her level of education when she spoke about how she listens to music, how wide she learns.
Yeah.
And in this song, you could feel a bit. If I'm wrong, you can tell me. I could sense a bit of the Jedubele Ambule in there because of how she tried to rap, sing in there.
You're right.
I'm right.
the Radom
And also, I could feel. You know, she mentioned Asa, the Nigerian artist, and all. So you could tell how she's able to learn and blend to get her style. But it's a conversation that is here. It's Ghanaian music listeners. We must learn how to give our artists time to create the music.
Good.
And try to, for lack of a better expression, try to stop the fast food music that we want them to do every time.
Yeah.
I'm saying this because if you listen to her previous songs, Range Free, I think something December.
Yeah.
There's always growth in the writing.
Yeah.
There's always growth. You played a very song she did 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And you played the Seed album, the EP.
Yeah.
You could tell that there's growth in in her writing. And so if artists are given the space to create as they have to, and if the industry will create an enabling environment to receive them anytime or every time they are ready with projects, we will have better music that can stand the test of time from young people.
Yeah.
Young people are in an age where the audience are not giving them the freedom to be artists, but they are pushing them to be influencers. Because I am your fan, if you don't give me music for 2 weeks or 1 month, I'm writing to you on Twitter. Hey,
when are you giving us
Gyakie, we wait for you. The song no come.
Even when they have released a new song like this, somebody will say, when is the next
No,
song?
don't say something. It's happening right now because
we're releasing
she teased the album after midnight, right? Like a long time ago. And she started doing the build-up.
Yeah.
She started building the marketing idea, trying to get people, ready for the album. And when you read some of the comments from her fans on socials, it's like, sis, Charlie, I did not tell you. For my here. But, it's not to move away from her a little, but if you look at what Black Sherif has been able to do with the time he was given to be an artist, today we are all appreciating the art that he has given us. And I believe that if we give her and her colleagues the time for them to be artists, we will appreciate them more. This is a very beautiful song. This song, you can play it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
There are so many parts of the song. She's talking about an ex, not going back to an ex, and
you can relate,
fiction. Not me relating, but there's another side of the Sankofa. There's another side of the Sankofa, which is trying to also teach the current generation our culture, our tradition.
Awesome.
Because this Sankofa title will spark a conversation of what is Sankofa. I bet you most young people now, a lot of Gen Zs now, they have no idea what some of these things are.
Yeah.
And so when I saw the title, I was very impressed. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's not what I'm thinking, because my mind went somewhere else. Like my mind went to a very traditional urban music. Yes, that's where my mind went when I saw the title, like urban traditional music. Like, oh, she's about to take her generation on a run. She's about to go. Like, this is like we are going for the big cake. You get it? But I appreciate the title direction. I appreciate the thoughts that went into the song, and I appreciate I write for a living. I appreciate the conflict in ideas of the title against the song. And so you want to listen to the song and say, okay, but you're saying Sankofa. Sankofa means, yes, but also one person will cover it.
That was the confusion in my mind when
but that's conflict. That's what makes a good.
That's beautiful.
That's what makes a good story.
Yeah.
That's what makes a good story. If you watch a movie and the conflicts are bad, yes, And so listen, big ups to you. Congratulations on the song.
Thank you so much.
Drop the album when you are ready.
Yeah.
If you are still...
Oh, she's ready. Oh. It's coming very soon, right?
No, she's been saying it's coming soon. Don't give her pressure. Maybe, listen, sometimes artists, we've worked with artists for so many years.
Yeah.
I worked with one artist where the project was ready.
Nana,
No, I'm not mentioning names. And we were traveling, and we got to the airport, and a fan said a word, and the person was like, "Ooh, the album is ready, oh, but this thing the guy just talked, Ibo song."
Oh.
And so, guys, call the distributor and say, "May they wait. May they give me some 2 weeks. Let me do something." And that became a bigger song, one of the biggest songs that we've ever produced in the country.
Which
So
song
it was
is
a
that?
fan that said the word. Do you get it? And so as you move and you are doing your things,
Yeah.
if you get another inspiration, you feel like you have to bless us with something special.
Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah.
And it helps. The time also helps her to do good marketing. So
Yeah.
we wish you all the best.
Thank you so
And
much.
we are
That's a
waiting.
very nice
Yeah, we're waiting.
conversation.
You love it.
Yeah.
You love it. You love it. So let me ask, when is the album coming?
The album is ready. Actually, it's
Yeah.
ready. We're just putting a few things in place, and then we'll have
Awesome.
a date. Yeah.
Awesome. How many songs on it?
I'm not going to tell you.
The microphone is off. You can tell me. John 99.7 FM. Do you have any question for Gyakie? She's still right here with us. 055-1111-997. This is Showbiz A-Z, and she has a new song out called Sankofa. I would love to hear you do something with Gyakie.
Wow.
I know how I know how creative you are,
Yeah.
and I would love to hear you on Ahomensia. Think about it.
Love it.
Mirror.
Love it. I
about
love,
it.
I love.
That
I
would be a
really-
classic.
Yeah. That's like a very random name to mention, and I agree with
Yeah,
you.
Gyakie.
I agree.
All right, Joe 99.7 FM. We're here with Gyakie. Gyakie, let me ask you this question. When you get into the entertainment industry, there are so many issues. Sometimes when you start, you have people bashing you for this, for that. But there are some people who really learn from some of these bashing, if you like. Has there been a particular flack that you took from people on social media that you think has really changed something about your craft?
Yes, and that would be from I just learned to appreciate what I really feel is right, because one person will say, I don't like the way your hair is always short. Another person will also say, I don't like it when your hair is long. So it's like, what do you want me to do? So what am I going to do? I'm going to do what I feel is right, or I feel my audience is going to enjoy, because whatever I am putting out is what is gathering the people that are in my market or my fan base. So in the beginning, I was really allowing a lot of the bad critics to get to me, but right now I just drop the music and do exactly what I've been brought on earth to do.
Are you on social media?
Yes,
Very
100.
active, reading everything.
Very, very active. I don't like to read anymore. Right now, I just drop it and then go, because sometimes, the mind is very tricky. You might think, if I see anything, I'm not going to let it get to me, but you might see one comment and your entire week will be ruined, because you're a human being. You have feelings. So I've tried. It's not like I don't do it entirely. Sometimes I do go through, but I've actually stopped the habit of reading through every comment on anything I put out.
Awesome. You did international business.
Yes.
How does that translate into your music business? How do you apply that to what you do now?
I actually got surprised on the job, because I never wanted to do business in school. I didn't like any of the subjects.
What did you want to do?
I wanted to do general arts when I was
Okay.
in TIMS, but I didn't get general arts. I got business, and they couldn't change it for me. When I finished and I was going to KNUSC2, I didn't want to do business administration. and God said you have to do. I don't know what happened. I ended up doing it as well, but now everything is just making sense.
Good.
I'm now seeing what the plan was that I wasn't seeing, because there's a lot of things on the business side of the music that I have knowledge on, because sometimes I even go back to some slides from tech. Yeah, when I read some things, I have to go back to my slides. I'm like, I used to get annoyed with some of my lecturers, but we really
after school,
that's when you feel like I really had to take certain things seriously. So I'm happy that what I learned in school is kind of also in the same bracket as the music I'm doing.
Good one there, Gyakie. Before we go, let me play the song again so you introduce it.
Yeah.
And then we go.
Okay. Hi everyone, this is Gyakie and you're about to listen to my new single, Sankofa.
Nanso sɛ nyame amemu ahwe asankofa beba. Gyakie, anybody you want to say thank you to?
I want to say a big thank you to the entire media in this building. This is one of my favorite radio stations as well. Anytime I have an interview.
Because we give joy.
Yes, very much. And the chair is very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
I love the chair so much.
Lovely.
Yeah. Always been supportive of my music. I'm very appreciative. And then to my fans, I mean, my presence would not be very useful without the people that consume and enjoy my music. These people fight for me in rooms that I'm not in, So I always want to put out the best so that when they are defending me, there's good things to defend me with.
That's right.
So big shouts to my fans and my family and my friends as well. The After Midnight album is coming out. Keep streaming Sankofa, and the music video is on YouTube as well.
After Midnight album, I will listen to it after midnight.
That's the best time.
Thank you very much for passing through, Gyakie. Let me play the song again, shall we? All right, John 99.7 FM. Before we sankofa, we don't sankofa. Let me do this before Uncle Ken lashes me. You need to bless her before she goes.
Yes. Very impressed with the song. And also very impressed with their strategy. I don't think they're signed on to any major label, are you?
Yeah, I'm with Sonny.
Sonny.
Oh, you're with Sonny. Oh, no problem. No wonder. No wonder. But you see the approach. They've released a single that is coming off the album in prospect. You've asked her, and everywhere she's been on an interview, they've asked her for a release date for the album. She has refused to give a release date. All she tells you is, it is coming. It is ready.
Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it is coming and it is ready. And you see, back in our days, that's the way the record companies worked. To sell an album, you need to release a couple of singles off that album to make people all over the place love what to expect.
Yeah.
And that's the strategy, and I think it's beautiful. I'm sure she will do very well. That album, me, myself, I'm looking forward to it, to listen. Because the instrumentation I heard in this song that you just played, and the way she delivered, I was asking myself, is that her voice as lead singer?
That's a real voice.
Because I thought it was a combo, and I was expecting a female high-pitched voice to come in, but then she delivers the song in her own way. I think she's brilliant. I like you.
Thank you.
Good one there.
I'll actually come for a feedback when the album is out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We
Probably
will.
we do an album review here.
Yeah.
Nice.
We will.
Nice,
Yeah.
Nice.
Nanayo, 1 minute.
Okay, for me, I think I can try and predict the sound of the album from the lead single. I can also try and predict the direction of the writing from the writing of this song. I can also try and look at. So I'll probably do a piece. I'll write a blog.
Please do that.
Because I think, if I'm not wrong, we are going to have an album that's going to certify that Gyakie, she's the queen of heartbreak songs.
Great.
Because there's a competition between she and Kiddy, and I think she accepted that. Yeah, I do better heartbreak songs. And so I can't wait. I can't wait for the album. I like the direction. Yeah. And like Uncle Ken said, back in the day, that's how we used to drop the records. We used to drop and prepare the road for the album.
Yeah.
So me, I'm happy. I like body of work. A body of work for an artist is so important to me.
Very important.
And so yes, I'll be waiting for it. All the best.
Lovely. Thank you.
And keep
so
pushing
much.
and keep the marketing going as it is, and
Nice.
and keep it going.
And
But I'll do a blog post.
Yeah.
Please, I'll be
I
looking
will,
forward to
and I will
reading it.
predict. I have never gotten it wrong before.
Do that.
So I'll predict the direction of, I've never got it wrong before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll predict the direction of the album. Yes, I'll predict the sound of the album, and I can tell people the writing direction that will come from this album.
Good one. Shouts to Mirror. Yeah. Flip the music. Let's flip it.